Hello again, Dr. Reed.
What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
You should ask that question to my brother instead. Personally, I've not seen Aloysius for many years.
Goodbye for now.
Hello again.
Do you need
I would appreciate...
Good... Good evening, Mr. What can you tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
I've heard this is a man who has searched for his place in the world for a long time. I hope he found it.
Goodbye, Mr.
Dr. Reed, still conducting your nocturnal survey?
What are you investigating, exactly?
This T-cell has been found dead. Her father, too. This case is a complete mess.
Tell me all you know about that homicidal maniac you're looking for.
I'm not even sure there is only one. The wounds are always the same, but the modus operandi varies. Sometimes violent and brutal, sometimes precise and swift.
How could different killers inflict the same wounds?
That's my main problem. If my theory is correct, maybe we're facing a group of individuals sharing the same violent tendencies. Perhaps a sadist cult.
Do you know anything in particular about a man called Aloysius Dawson?
Who doesn't know the man? I think he intervened personally to put an end to the police strike of last August.
What else can you tell me about him?
Aloysius Dawson is exactly the kind of powerful and influential man who could commit murder and get away with it. With just one phone call.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Good evening, Jonathan Reed.
Is there anything you could tell me about Aloysius Dawson?
Aloysius Dawson. Yes, of course. We met on several occasions. With time, he got deeper and deeper into the occult.
He's not the only one. It's been quite the fashion for several decades. The Golden Dawn, for instance, is just one example.
True. Aloysius was a member of the Golden Dawn until 1900. Then his thirst for dark knowledge grew. I'm talking forbidden texts, readings which blackened his heart.
Can you read the cards for me?
Put the money on the table then, Jonathan, and open your mind.
Here is the money.
The soldier, a man unable to change his course, seen by many as a danger, a loving father.
Can you read the cards for me?
Put the money on the table then, Jonathan. And
Here is the money.
the alchemist. A wise and cunning mind who lives by lying to all but himself. He sells false promises and is proud of it.
Can you read the...
Put the money...
Here is the...
The snake. A bitter woman, smiling as she pours poison in your cup. A shaming betrayal. Hate.
Can you read the cards for me?
Put the money on the table then, Jonathan. And
Here is the money.
the sorceress. A heart-shaped trap built to entangle a loved one. Mirrors on every wall to see her own reflection constantly.
Can you read the cards for me?
Put the money on the
Here is the money.
The glutton. A man who just eats life as a cake. A righteous ego, surprised to fall in love.
Can you read the cards?
The cards.
Can you read the cards for me?
The cards have nothing else to tell you.
Goodbye, sir. Until we meet again.
I rarely wander, yet it amuses me to converse with your kind. The Fool and the Emperor. Again, what are the cards trying to tell us? Perhaps London will survive yet again.
Good evening, Miss Price.
You know you can call me Carolyn, my dear doctor.
Do you know Aloysius Dawson?
Everybody knows him. He's only been to my shop once, though, looking for rare books and other intriguing antiques.
Did he buy something from you?
No, he left quickly. He almost laughed at my goods. Mr. Dawson may be a rich man, but you can't buy good manners.
But isn't Aloysius Dawson known for his philanthropy?
That was before his brother Robert died in an aeroplane crash. Since then, the remaining twin has turned into a heartless tycoon.
Tell me, Carolyn, do you often wound or hurt your daughter by mistake?
No. I always thought it was Carol's clumsiness that caused these incidents. Maybe it's a family trait, Doctor.
You really believe it's just bad luck and being clumsy, then?
Of course, Doctor. What else could it be? I have nothing to hide.
You are responsible for your daughter's many injuries and scars, Carolyn. You brutalize her, don't you?
How could I abuse my own flesh and blood? This is nonsense. It would be like hurting myself.
You really believe you've done nothing wrong, don't you? How long has this been going on for? I should have seen it when you were my patients.
Seen what? Child abuse? Are you mad, Dr. Reed? I dedicated my whole life to my precious Carol. She is a part of me.
Yes. Even her name is just a part of yours. This is a terrible tragedy. Something of an unknown disorder. My God. Abuse that comes from overwhelming love.
I can't believe what I'm hearing. How dare you say something like that? What kind of a monster do you think I am?
Does your daughter still worry you, Miss Price? I remember you were often concerned about her health when she was young.
Have you not seen Carol since you returned? She's almost a young woman now. But she'll always remain my sweet little baby.
So you're less afraid?
Some things never change. Carol is still too clumsy for her own good. Sometimes her innocence puts her in real danger.
Speak to me, Carolyn. Why do you behave like this? How does it make you feel to hurt Carol before cajoling her?
I don't know. It makes me feel good to take care of my daughter. I need to feel useful. No one ever takes care of me. I need someone to take care of me.
Do you realize Carol is a person? Not a toy, not a doll. The poor girl would put her hand in a flame to please you. You are both trapped in this toxic relationship.
Carol and I are perfectly happy. Leave us be. How stupid I was to believe you could be a suitable husband.
If no one stops you, you will kill her. You will keep on torturing her out of smothering love until she breaks or you hurt her too much.
How dare you? I carried Carol inside of me for 9 months. You men can't understand the bond between a mother and her child. I could kill for her.
Goodbye for now, Miss Price.
I hope you can stay a little longer this time.
I am sorry, I can't help you, sir. Perhaps you should...
Good evening, young lady.
My mother always prefers when people simply call me Carol.
Have you ever met the famous Aloysius Dawson?
Yes. A very strange man. Not very nice.
What do you mean?
He said he was ready to pay good money for rare books, and then laughed at what we showed him.
Is it true you often hurt yourself, Carol?
Yes, it's true. I try to behave, I really do. But one way or another, I always end up injured or wounded. I'm so stupid.
Why would you be stupid?
It's like I can't help getting under my mother's feet. That's how I end up being pushed, cut, or burned. You see, I'm a stupid girl, really.
When exactly do these accidents happen?
Ever since I was little. That's why I need to stay with Mum. I'm not capable of taking care of myself.
You need to understand you are in danger, Carol. Your mother is responsible for all your injuries.
That's a lie. She has always taken good care of me. She only gets irritated when I get under her feet. It's my fault. My mum loves me so much.
Yes, Carol. Your mother believes she loves you as much as you're convinced she loves you. But you are both trapped in a toxic relationship that puts you in danger.
What are you saying? That she lied to me all these years? That she wants me to be miserable? My mother has dedicated her life to my safety.
Your mother is terribly sick, Carol. She suffers from one of the most sadistic attitudes I've ever encountered, and tortures you with a twisted sense of love.
No, my mum loves me and only wants the best for me. It's my fault if I can never do anything right. She deserved a better girl than me.
Goodbye, Carol.
Good morning. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Miss Price.
You know you could... Poor me. Oh no, poor me. I'm dying. For real. No one will cry for me now.
Dr. Reed, still conducting your nocturnal survey?
Goodbye,
Goodbye.
I cannot enter. Hello again, Carol. How are you?
My mother always told me that she had to protect me from the cruel world. Now I see what she meant. This is a harsh and violent world, Dr. Reed.
Yes, Carol. As you know all too well, it can be a violent world.
I don't know what you mean. And I prefer you call me Miss Price. I'm not a child anymore.
Are you going to work in your mother's shop?
No. This place is filled with too many bad memories. Entering it or staying inside is an effort now.
What will you do then?
I don't know yet. I think I'll leave London. But since I inherited some money, maybe it's time for me to grow up and go.
How have your neighbors reacted to this tragedy?
Nobody came to the funeral. Everyone's afraid of death and contagion.
You were alone at your mother's funeral.
It wasn't really a funeral. Her body was thrown with other corpses in a freshly dug hole. And I dropped a rose onto her.
Are you going to be all right without your mother here? Financially, I mean.
I have inherited all of my mother's money. She always told me how poor we would be if we stopped working. But as always, she took care of everything.
She lied to you then?
Maybe she did. But that was for my own good. My mother loved me, Dr. Reed. Her will testifies to that.
How do you really feel, Miss Price?
I feel like I'm on the edge of a cliff. Fear of being alone is pushing me toward the void. The weight of unanswered questions incites me to jump. I feel lucid.
Do you remember now what your mother did to you, Carol? Do you realize how badly she treated you?
My mother was a sick person who was afraid to be alone. Her whole life, she looked at me like the embodiment of all her fears and failures.
Your mother claimed she cared for you, but you were just a vessel for her disease. I even suspect she didn't see you as another person, but only as an extension of herself.
Perhaps you're right. Perhaps my mother was a monster. Or a victim of some mental illness. All I know is I can't imagine my life without her.
Do you need my medical attention?
Oh, please, sir.
Don't be shy. It's my duty to take care of you.
Thank you, sir. Much obliged.
Goodbye, Miss Price.
Doctor?
Do you need medical?
I'm afraid...
You'll quickly
Thank you.
Goodbye, Detective.
Goodbye.
See them fancy clothes? This one's top! It's an H! Shit, that leech is... I said ain't human!
Hello again, Mum.
Jonathan.
Tell me, Mother, how are you? All alone in this big house with only Avery to take care of you.
I'm sad most of the time. Sad that you have left me here alone. Sad that you don't tell me when you come or go.
I'm so sorry, Mother. It wasn't supposed to be like this. I was coming home. I was home. London, the Thames, and then it happened.
What happened, Johnny?
I was attacked, Mother. And I've not been the same since.
The important thing is that you finally returned home. I was worried, you know. You were the last member of the family of whom I had no news. Even Mary comes more often than you.
Do you need my...
Oh,
I think you should take...
I'm not sure.
Goodbye, Mother.
Goodbye. Jonathan, my dear, bring me my glasses. I feel like reading.
Good evening,
Calhoun, tell me about your relationship with Doris Fletcher.
Oh, Doris. Cold fire and burning ice trapped in a perfect body. Our passion was as intense as it was brief. What an actress.
How did you meet her?
On a boat to France before the war. She was thinking about a career in Paris, and I was eager to try French gastronomy. We both... returned disappointed.
I expect you've seen her on stage, too.
She really is the best actress of her generation. Such frailty and such strength at the same time. I hope she'll play again soon. She's been away for too long.
You sound surprisingly sad. Have you regrets?
I think of her as a divine dish. I'm glad I was able to taste it, but I regret I could only get a bite of her mystery.
You really loved her, then?
She fascinated me, Dr. Reed. I can't imagine what she must have endured through her life to reach such a level of emotion and sensibility.
Goodbye, Mr. Russell. I'm sure you'll take care of yourself. Good evening, old chap.
I won't.
Venus is poisoning you, Clarence. She wants you dead.
So she really hates me that much now. My poor wife. I had no idea my research would drive her to such extremes.
I'm sorry, Clarence.
Why would you tell me that? First you returned from the dead, and now you tell me my wife is trying to murder me.
You're a stupid bastard, but you're my friend, Clarence. And I don't have many left. I don't want you to die. Not like that.
But I love her. I love my wife. Did I make her suffer that much? Have I become such a burden?
So you have no suspicions about her at all? Nothing in Venus's behavior has seemed odd since you returned?
Frankly, it's my behavior that's been odd. Ever since I got back from the war, she accuses me of being paranoid and delusional.
You need some rest. Hello, Venus.
Hello, Jonathan. At least you survived the Great War. What do you...
Why do you and your husband argue so much?
He is not the kind man I married and loved. He is obsessed now. Obsessed with chimeras. I feel trapped. It just makes me want to scream.
Why are you poisoning your husband?
He has spent a fortune printing his bloody papers. I can't stand this nightmare anymore. We are the butt of everyone's jokes since he returned.
If you're so frustrated by Clarence's behavior, why don't you just leave him?
I have already lost the best years of my life because of him. I will not jeopardize my future for some lunatic. He goes, and I inherit what's left.
I have to tell Clarence the truth about all this.
He will never believe you.
I know how to be persuasive, Venus.
Do as you wish. I don't care. I am not afraid of his reaction anyway. Honestly. He's so lost in madness that any change will be a relief. I danced with you at my wedding, Jonathan. What have you become?
Good evening.
Do you need medic?
You would say...
Don't what?
I cannot...
Good. Good evening.
Good evening.
Do you need
Don't...
There is no need.
Yes.
Goodbye, Mr. I will return later. Can I help? I will take that. I must go. thirst for blood. Hello? Anyone there?
Leave me alone. Whatever you truly are, leave me. You will not be invited into this house.
Clarence, it's me, Jonathan, your old friend. Remember? I'm back from the war too.
No, you're not. You only look like him, but you're dead inside. You're a walking devil searching for your next victim.
Come on, Clarence. It's me, Johnny, your old friend. Let me in, please. I just want to see if you're all right.
All right. I'll let you in. But you promise you won't... What do you want from me? No, I know what you want.
Clarence, you need to calm down. I don't want to hurt you.
You're responsible for all of this. Was it you I saw in France? Did you follow me here?
What are you talking about?
You're one of them, aren't you? A vampire. You killed my Venus. You destroyed my life.
Are you in trouble financially? The house seems so empty. I remember more furniture and paintings on these walls.
You want to know if I spent my fortune to warn the world against you and your kind? Yes, I did. You want to steal what little money I have left? Help yourself.
I don't need your money, Clarence.
I thought it was my duty to warn people. But I was a fool. I lost my wife. Lost everything.
I was just remembering the old times, Clarence. We spent so many nice evenings here when we were younger. You, me, and Mary.
Why? We were friends. We both survived the war. Why must it end like this?
Tell me what you know about vampires, Clarence.
You are one of them. I know it now. My best friend killed my Venus, and now forces me to answer him. It's true, isn't it? I'm not crazy.
As a man of science, I can tell you this. Vampires don't exist. They're creatures born from our primal fascination and fear of blood.
Liar! You're a vampire. Your skin, your eyes, your cold charisma. You murdered my Venus, your patient, maybe even your sister Mary. You're a monster!
Do you now realize that your wife was poisoning you all this time?
Yes, I know it's true now. I only had suspicions before, but I started to feel better immediately after she died. Physically, I mean.
You don't seem resentful towards her.
Oh, I can't hate her. Even after everything she did. She probably had good reason to act that way. It's my fault, though.
She never believed your vampire stories. She was so ashamed she wanted to get rid of you.
Yes. Vampires indirectly forced my beloved wife to want to kill me. Are there any depths your kind won't sink to?
What are you going to do? You can't stay locked in here, shouting at every visitor you receive.
Well, I will leave the city. Even the country, I promise. I will live far away from you. You will never hear of me again, I swear.
What can you tell me about the borough?
What do you want to know? The address of more innocent victims. Dirty secrets you could use to manipulate them.
Goodness, Clarence. I just want to ask some questions about the old neighborhood.
All right, don't get mad. Lots of people have died, if you must know. Others have fled the city, and a few roam the streets at night, searching for fresh blood.
You seem quite agitated. Here, let me examine.
Over my dead body, old friend. No pun intended.
You seem quite agitated. Here, let me examine you.
Over my dead body, old friend. No pun intended.
You seem quite agitated. Here, let me examine you.
Over my dead body, old...
You need some rest, Clarence. You should try to sleep.
You should not be here. You should not be here with the living.
Don't come closer. See them burn! Burn! See them fancy clothes? This one's a top! Watch it! It's a killer! I'll take it! Christ! He's dead! It's a leech! Kill it!
Hello again, Dr. Reed.
Do you need my medical attention, sir?
Indeed. I've never been good at explaining my feelings, but I can tell when my body is hurting me.
You have nothing to be worried about. You should recover by taking this.
Sounds so easy to fight disease. Too bad it's not the same making people smile again.
Goodbye for now.
Good evening, Jonathan Reed. Can I help you in any way?
Do you require You'll feel...
Thank you.
Can you read the...
The cards have nothing else to tell you.
Can you read the cards for
The cards have...
Tell me. Goodbye, sir.
I rarely want... Perhaps London will survive the epidemic, but I see terrible trials. lens to interpret.
It's locked.